up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick is here and back to follow up on our watch list video from last night. We actually had the buy that we were in play out perfectly to plan, and that's why it pays to prep, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the sell of the stock that we were in last night, KBLB, and that's the same stock that we talked about on the watch list. If you are brand new, guys, welcome. We do a watch list video every single Tuesday night, and then we do stock videos throughout the week, just talking about the market, specifically in hot OTC stocks. If you really like what we got going on and you want more information, you want to talk about stocks all day with us in the chat, actually real quick, before I jumped on here, it looks like our boy Sauce Boy, one of our members, made $500 on the stock FPVD, so big shout out Sauce Boy. But if you want to figure out more information and figure out about the crew day in and day out grinding, you can check us out at www.thestocksnipers.com. On there we do a watch list every night, and we're going to recap from the watch list last night and show you why it pays to prep. Because we see how many people actually read the watch list, and it's a small percentage of people that are actually part of the group. So we do this watch list. So we do the watch list video every Tuesday night to make sure we get the word out there more and just tell you how important it is to prep and how it could really pay off. So real quick, let's dive into a flashback from last night's video of us talking about the buy of the stock that we were in last night, which is KBLB. Again, if you are new, we do this video every single Tuesday night. Hit the subscribe button to be able to keep up with it. Let's talk about from last night's watch this video, January 27th. First things first, KBLB is trading 13.9 million volume after it usually trades 1.2 million average volume. So just trading amazing volume here. And this is the OTC stock that we've actually played for good gap ups in the past. It has a history to gap up good when it actually has a good green day. So, you know, we have that going for this stock. You know, we're in favor of it. We've played a couple green days. I mean, look at this green day here back in June. It gapped up all the way from 17 to open in the 20s. So really nice to see. So when we saw this one getting a spike in the morning and then breaking out over here of the multi-month highs, it hasn't been past 18 since July, since the summer. You know, it enticed us. So we really started to look into it. And that's when we really started to zone in. And in power hour, there's only 20 minutes left. And we started to eye that it was holding a pretty tight support. So let me dive into the 1 day, 1 minute and show you guys the support. So as you can see, there's clear support down here at 18.2. And so when you have that risk set, I think that's the most important part of the trade. You know exactly what you're risking when you're putting the money in. If you're risking 5%, you put 2,000 in, that's $100. So you know the dollar amount you're risking. So that's what's great. We had that set, and you know, not too much volume came in, but big bidders started to stack. So we went ahead and took our swing. We went ahead and bought it right here at 18.9, and we do have a little cushion. After we bought it, it got over not to 19. We actually have a penny cushion going into overnight, so we are up a little bit. It is nice to see that. Ideally, we wanted to see it break 20 going into the close, but it's all good. It's still got to close right around that. And, you know, you have that risk that's set. It's clear for you at 18.2. It's only risking about 3% from 2% from where we bought it. So we're going to try to let this one play out. If it could gap up, it does have 15% plus in it until even it tests the next high. So what we're watching for here is that it does get that gap up and it could test this high, and then we can judge what we want to do based on what it does around this resistance. All right, guys, that was just yesterday. It's key to have that detailed plan so that way you can execute the trade with an actual plan behind it. You know, you don't have to guess where the stock's gonna go or guess certain points on when you're gonna buy and sell. When you have a set plan, that's when the consistency starts. Let's talk about the sell, because this is what you want to do day in and day out, and that's what we're doing with this group. Day in and day out, we're getting these buys, reviewing them at nighttime, and then taking the bag in the first 30 minutes of the hour the next morning. Let's talk about this, because again, guys, this first green day pattern will happen again in a similar setup. Even the stock that could be around 19 cents could play out exactly like this. So this is a good lesson to be able to note it down for when the next one comes. Who knows? It could be tonight. So be on the lookout, snipers. So this is the start of the day. As you can see, 9:27. We're just scoping it out. Not really getting a gap up, but this is where we're at. You know, we have that little bit of a cushion. And, you know, yesterday, as we talked about on the watch list, there was the support in the mid 18s. So really not risking much, only 2%. And bam, here's the open. And now it opens in the 20s. So that's a very nice spot for us. Again, we wanted to see that gap up open like we were talking about in the watch list video yesterday. So now that you get the gap up, you're in a little bit more of control. 2 minutes in, we're seeing that it's still holding 20, which is very nice. And now 15 minutes in, it's pushing up over 20, but it's still not going up to test that resistance. And we wanted to see what it was going to do at that resistance, but it's kind of getting sellers around this 23 spot, and it's been dealing with that, you know, for the last 5 minutes. And now, guys, again, it's 9:48 with 18 minutes in the market. Bam! We actually take our sell. We decide, you know, we saw the sellers start to step into 22, and that's where we took it. We took the sell at 22. So you can see it actually was $622 in total profits. We had a 440 today. The rest was from yesterday. And this is the complete sell. We actually get all of our shares out at 22. So pretty clean cut first green day. And then here it is. It really didn't do much after that. But you got to love that you're able to get 20% zoning in, creating that plan for yourself. You know, we had the risk set, didn't have to deal with it. We had that gap up like we talked about, and then we were able to see if it could go test that resistance, and bam, that's it. $620 right there. And then again, guys, with those first green days, we see new ones every single day. Just a matter of, are they going to line up with the sniper checklist so we can create a plan around them? And that's what we do day in and day out. Again, if you like what we got going on, check out our website. Before I go, I do also want to talk about another stock that we had on the watch list, SNPW. Panic dip buys are the morning plays that we look for. And this one, SNPW, this one was a panic dip buy. Went all the way down from 34 cents, like we were talking about on the watch list yesterday. And we were talking about if it can get to the low 7s, it looks like a good dip buy. And this one actually bottomed out at 7.2 today, right around 9.48, and after it bottomed out 9.50, that was right when we were selling the other one, so wasn't able to really watch this one, but this one ended up playing out really well, and you know, it paid to prep because bounced right from that low 7 spot that we were talking about, where that multi-day support, where we wanted to see it dip to for the potential bounce. Some people got in earlier in the day around 10, and unfortunately it dipped even further. So after it got around that spot around the 7s, it did get a very nice bounce. As you can see, from the 7s, it ended up bouncing and actually hitting 12. So, geez, almost like 60% bounce. So that's what we love to see, and that's why the watches is so important as well. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We really want to get out there and meet more traders, so feel free to reach out to us. Leave any comments if you want to talk about any tickers that you're watching. Much love, snipers. Talk to you guys soon. Sniper Nick is out.